Lights, camera, action, I'm splashing. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss still, wheel and dip, limousine ride, jet flying, sun look up, and I'm having a hard time holding these Detroit Lions down. Woo!
Pussy.
This is a new episode of UpNsmoke the podcast. I am your host, Hef Giovanni. A few things we're going to talk about today. We're going to give you the Week 5 recap amongst the quick hits, my fantasy watch list, and your UpNsmoke players of the week. This podcast is brought to you by and powered by the space station, so I don't got to tell you who's behind the camera, because you know it's the best. Let's get straight into it. The Week 5 recap. Lions fans, stand up. We can breathe again. What a game. Defend the... I gotcha. Just wanted to see if you were paying attention. Lions, we have a bye week. Getting recharged up. We're going into Jerry's world this week. A lot of bullshit, a lot of cheating. So you know how that game's gonna go. Week 5 recap. Kirko Chains. That's right. Kirk Cousins goes off for 500 big ones and an Atlanta Falcon new passing record as they defended their trap. Caleb Williams throws for 300 and he gets win number 2. Jacksonville Jesus. Trevor Lawrence. Jacksonville Jaguars get their first win of the season. Probably about time, because I was going to get ready to tell Trevor Lawrence, start forking over some of that $247 million salary he's been hoarding. Cleveland Clowns, absolute trash. Jaden Daniels, legit. Action Jackson, that's right, you see it. Says this cat can't win the big game. So far this year, he's done it 3 times. Lamar Jackson takes down Burrow and the Bengals. The G-Men, your New York Football Giants, withstood the 12th man, take down Seattle, The Raiders. Honestly, my organization, pipe bomb the whole thing, keep Max Crosby, and do just like Money Mike did on Friday After Next. Everything must go. Maybe even you, Devontae Adams. I'm about tired of your stench, you and everybody else that shows lackluster effort. Cardinals got the upset over the 49ers. I called that. Texans headshot Buffalo. Say it loud. I'm CJ Stroud. 300 yards in the air. Safe to say, defense ain't the only thing Stephon likes digging into. As we see, he likes digging into rappers' wives. Notching his belt, Cardi B. Offset, down goes Offset. That's your Week 5 recap. We're going to get into the UpNsmoke players of the week. I like this segment. It gives you some light. You can really shine on these players that ball out every week. The first one, your UpNsmoke player, Kirko Chains. That's right, Kirk Cousins. 500 big ones in the air. New Atlanta franchise record. Your next UpNsmoke player, Action Jackson. That's right, Lamar Jackson. 350 yards passing in the air, 4 touchdowns, no turnovers. Another 50 yards on the ground. Jaden Daniels, you're my next guy, UpNsmoke player of the week. You're absolutely on fire. You showed that Cleveland's defense is no stand to what you and the Washington Commanders got going on there. Your fourth UpNsmoke player, Caleb Williams. Caleb, 304 yards in the air. You got win number 2. Nice to see your progression coming along. I told you, he ain't going to be down in the dumps forever. That's the thing. These guys get built up. They come right back down just to get built up again. Now we're going to get into the fantasy watchers. First guy I'm looking at going forward, Alec Pierce. You ask who that is? Alec Pierce is a receiver for the Colts. He played at college in Cincinnati. He was over there with Sauce Gardner. He was a receiver there. Guess who his quarterback was? Desmond Ridder. And the guy actually had success over there. And I think he's going to get success here going down further for the Colts. With Flacco under center, this guy looks to be looking at Alec Pierce as the number one receiver. I looked at his target load last couple weeks. Had a lot of targets there, a lot of chance for opportunity. Number 2 player, Brock Bowers. Devontae's out. No secret there. Elephant's out of the room. Devontae out. Guy like Bowers coming in. He was drafted to make plays. When you think of a playmaker at the tight end position, obviously you think Kelsey, somebody like George Kittle. This guy made up from the same moxie. Other player, Brian Thomas Jr. Brian Thomas Jr. was drafted this year in this year's draft, receiver out of LSU. That's right. He was part of the duo with Malik Neighbors, their quarterback, Jaden Daniels. LSU had a lot of success. So did Brian Thomas Jr. in that offense. Think he's going to have success here going down forward with Jacksonville. My next guy, Chuba Hubbard. I get it. Carolina's dumpster fire and they're pissed, all right? At the same time, you got to have some ballers somewhere. There goes Chuba Hubbard. Starting to emerge as running back number 1 there in Carolina. The guy just puts up numbers, runs hard. Similar to Isaiah Pacheco, sort of. Or Ryan Matthews, San Diego Chargers fans. You remember how that cat used to run. And my last guy, Darnell Mooney. Atlanta Falcons' own Darnell Mooney. Just like Alec Pierce, I checked this guy's workload over the last couple weeks. He gets a lot of targets and he gets his fair share of opportunity. And when he gets the ball, he makes the most of it, makes the most happen. So those are my players to watch for in the upcoming weeks. If you can get these guys in the pool, nab them up in the pool, just keep your eyes on them guys going forward. Now we're going to get into the quick hits. Keep in mind, for week 5, I went 9 out of 14 for betting. And when I bet, I'm just betting with you guys, just straight up who I think's going to win. So I'm getting better there. Week 6, we got our Thursday night matchup. It starts with our Thursday night. And this is an NFC divisional matchup. We got the 49ers at Seattle. I'm going to take Seattle in this one. Seattle just lost last week to Detroit. So you know they're going to want to bounce back. 49ers, on the other hand, they're all beat up. Last time these two played last year, 49ers won 28-16. I foresee that score being something similar in this go-around. Just Seattle on top. So I'm taking Seattle there. Now for your Sunday slate of games, you got Pittsburgh Steelers at my Raiders. Raiders are at home. And I'm going to take you here. I can't go 2 weeks in a row just downing you guys. I'm taking the Raiders here at home. Like I said, no Devontae, no problem. It's time to man up, play some Raider football. Just win, baby. Taking the Raiders there. Lions at Cowboys. My hometown Detroit Lions going into Jerry's world. Like I said, you know it's going to be some bull jive going on. One thing I do know, we're going to put heat and pressure on Prescott. All right, I want that guy steamrolled. I'm going to say the Detroit Lions here are going to win just for what they got going. We're a better team all around. But just know and just pay attention. There's going to be some cheating shit going into that game. Still taking my hometown there. We got the Jags at the Bears in London. Do your research. Jacksonville Jesus. I'm taking Trevor Lawrence here. He's played the most games overseas in London. Jacksonville, I think off the top of my head, they've played 11 appearances over in London. Trevor Lawrence wins a lot of those. I'm taking him here. And that just is what it is. We got the Texans at Pats. Pats at home. I'm taking Houston. Houston's just a better all-around team. You're going to be without Nico Collins. tweaked his hamstring there on that touchdown last week, so keep that in mind. So I'm taking the Texans there on the road. We got Washington hosting the Ravens. Ravens at home. This is going to be a battle of two good quarterbacks. You ever see that Spider-Man meme when they both point at each other? I feel like when Jaden Daniels, Lamar Jackson meet at midfield, that's what they're going to do, because it's like almost looking at the same player. Both agile, can scramble out the pocket. Both can throw. I think Jaden might be a little bit more accurate. That's beside the point. Win some MVPs, Jaden. Here I'm going to take the Ravens. Like I said, they say Lamar Jackson can't win the big game. So far this year, he's done just that. In the last games he's played, 3 of these teams were feasible enough to make a playoff push. Dak Prescott, they beat them at home. Josh Allen and the Bills, they beat them. And then they just beat Burrow and the Bengals. I like him here at home as well. We got the Browns and the Eagles. Shit show, Cleveland Clowns. Eagles getting a receiving core back, A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith. So I know they're going to help Jalen Hurts out there immensely. I think I'm going to take the Eagles there at home. Cardinals at the Packers. Cardinals just won that game last week by a point. They came back. I like the Packers here at home. I just think they just got a better all-around team. They got more weapons. They got the better defense. We got the Bucks at the Saints. NFC divisional round matchup. My guy Bake Show taking on Derek Carr. I think I'm going to take the Bucks on the road. What I tell you about Derek Carr, so far since I said that in one of them episodes back, couple good performances, you piss down the road. You think you're putting premium in that car and it's unleaded. Bucks on the road. Colts and the Titans. This is an AFC division match. Hard to beat a team twice. Titans, you don't really have much going on. Colts, neither do you. PU. I believe Joe Flacco's underneath center, so you got some experience there. Colts do have playmakers, have some guys on defense, but they're all banged and beat up. Titans, they got weapons. I'm just waiting for Will Levis to finally use them. I like the Titans here at home. Chargers and the Broncos, okay? Broncos, I think they feeling themselves, and that's fine and dandy. Not today, mister. I'm taking Harbaugh and the Chargers there on the road. Falcons at the Panthers. After that performance Kirk O'Chains did, I like that to roll over in the next week. Panthers ain't shit. Falcons on the road. Bengals at the Giants. Giants, I know you're feeling yourself as well after that game last week against Seattle. You got the win there. Shouts out to you guys. You're playing hard. Raiders, take a page out of that book. At least they're playing hard. Not hard enough. I'm taking the Bengals there on the road. Joe Burrow looks to be on fire. Jamar Chase, unstoppable. T. Higgins, what are we doing? In your Monday night game, you got the Bills and the Jets. AFC division bout. Every time I say the Jets, it always comes back to fuck me. All right? I want to take the Bills here. The Jets, you just fired Saleh. I don't even know why that was kind of blindsided, but it wasn't. Since you've been in the office, you haven't done anything. You've been underachievers. I picked you the last 2 years of smell of postseason. You can't even do that. I like the Bills on the road. Josh Allen, I like him to bounce back and regroup. So I'm taking the Bills there on Monday night. That's your quick hits. Like I said, this is brick by brick. We're doing this brick by brick. And none of this happens without any of you guys. I appreciate all the love and support. Keep it rolling in as we navigate through the smoke, bringing you another episode of Up and Smoke the podcast. This is Hef Giovanni. Appreciate everybody. Lions, one pride in the comments like you've been doing and always done. Dallas Cowboys this week. Let's kick some ass, man. Bite some kneecaps. I am Half, and this is Up in Smoke. Pussy. Peace.